Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the daily newspaper analysis. So today is 12th September. Let's start for today's analysis. This is me and my details. If you want to join our WhatsApp as well as our Telegram channel, you can join in via the link given in the description section below. Also, we are on with the interview guidance program where Sri Anil Swarup sir as well as Sri Robin Kolita sir has already taken one interactive session in an online mode which is available freely in the YouTube. You can also see to their videos in the links given in the description section. So the registration is already on process. You can join in via scanning this code given over here. Let's start with today's content. First is West Asia Corridor, which is an outcome of G20. Cheriyal scroll painting. Botanical Survey of India gets patent for bamboo-based reusable straw. Indian Cellular and Electronics Association reports on e-waste management. OSOWOG and some of the prelims facts. Let's start with the first analysis today, saying about the West Asia Corridor. So, this West Asia Corridor is a recent update of the PM's recent announcement at the G20 Leaders Summit regarding the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, and which is basically one of the significant projects aimed at enhancing physical and digital connectivity across a vast expanse of the Eurasian subcontinent. So we all know that Europe and Asia is basically correlated with landmass. So enukwa nohoy je we do not have got a wide amount of landmass. Also, we are well connected to Europe via the Suez Canal or even via through the Mediterranean Sea. So this is the basic aim of this particular corridor. So you can see, so here Mumbai Pura, they are trying to get on hold through this particular corridor and ultimately through the Haifa port in Israel to the Pires port in the European continent. So therefore, this India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor aims to establish the connectivity across India, West Asia, and also the Europe, leveraging railway networks and also shipping routes. Okay, and etur karone bahut kejon leader agole ahisile. It maybe I can say about it will be the PM Modi, President Biden, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and also European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. Okay, so a gote kejone agot ahi pelai a agreement to sign korise. Okay, so therefore we have got a significant amount of like scope in this particular project if it comes into a real sense. So today it is hailed as one of the sustainable alternative to the existing global connectivity initiatives, and therefore it could be very important once we are expressing this particular route in the coming times. Okay, so that's why when we will directly see about the purpose, so you can see that it will be the most reliable and the cost effective cross-border ship to rail transit network, because it will obviously go for both the waterways as well as the railways. Also, it will enable goods from and in between India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, and finally Europe. Okay. Also, the railway track, the members wants to lay a cable for energy and digital connectivity as well as pipe for clean hydrogen export. So we have already launched the mission which is known as Green Hydrogen Mission. Okay, so tar underote a project to humai jabo paribo. So this corridor will safeguard regional supply chains, boost trade accessibility, and enable a greater emphasis on environmental, social, and governance consequences. So this corridor fills a damaging global gap and enables greater prosperity and better connectivity for key regions around the world. And in the coming times, it will play a key role for global connectivity issue of commerce, digital communications, of energy. So enekwa nohoy je this region or this corridor is not historic in nature. Okay, even tekhete koisile European Commission President Leyen that this corridor is a historic expressed, and he expressed the enthusiasm about its potential to leverage and even turn out to be a most successful project in the upcoming times. Okay, so ইয়াৰ লগে লগে যিমানখিনি আমাৰ প্ৰমোশনছ হ'ব বা যিমানখিনি আমাৰ কানেক্টিভিটি হ'ব, it will also make some of the way out of the China's ambitious project of BRI. So it's seen to be the alternative to the BRI, and therefore we will promote this route to be connecting the intra-regional connectivity across countries over here. Okay, our Taruport, in the later times we will go ahead in connecting even the African corridor. Okay, because we all know that African Union today is a member of the G20. Okay, see, certainties, uncertainties, but challenges thakibo pare. But to go ahead with this project is the best step forward today, just to make the whole world accessible towards the country of India. So etu karone aji etur bahut bhal significance eta ase Indiar karone, India's security concerns or karone, Indiar oil needs or karone. Okay, also India's alternative to the China's BRI. Okay, ek gute khini karone India eta need ase, significance ase. So tar karone aji India Middle East Europe economic corridor is a necessity of today, and which can rule the world in the upcoming time, challenging the BRI, that is known as the Belt and Road Initiative of China. Okay, so heikini kotha ke yat gote likha ase, ebar bhalke pohi loba. Okay, which is an initiative launched by the G20 members this time. Okay, so eta question di thoi disu, sai loba. Next, Cheriyal scroll paintings. To kiho kane news ase, gifts to spouses, the G20 head draws on heritage of India. Okay, so yate Cheriyal scroll paintings will be presented to the spouses of the heads of the state from around the world. We will gather for the upcoming G20 summit. So a scroll paintings to bahut besi news asile, even to amar bihu news asile, but because of also obviously some of the bad reasons, because bihu is portrayed in front of the UK Prime Minister in a very bad shape. Okay, so obviously it's something to be worried of, and also it's a matter of concern to project bihu at the national level. On also, it is also obviously not a national level, it is basically an international level. Okay, tate projection of bihu is with correct steps and with correct like symptoms, or with correct proper mandates, is one of the basic requirement, prerequisite. Okay, because people who does not know how to perform bihu, and who does not know how to what are the main mudras of being a bihuoti or a bihu nasoni, so they should be avoided. Eblak mano avoid koribo lagisile, but yes, the mistakes has been done, but the government's stand is still not clear on this particular misdeed that we can see during the time of the inauguration of the Prime Minister of UK, Rishi Sunak. Okay, so coming back to this Cheriyal scroll painting, so it was here to news ase, so ketiba hudi dibo pare why this was in news. So it's a popular and modified version of the Nakashi art, considered highly rich in the local motifs. So now when we say about the Nakashi art ki hoy? See, it is one of the practice, one of the painting or one of the art that is practiced in some of the districts in the state of Telangana, and they are basically scrolls of narratives from mythology and some of the folklores. Our age to Nakashi art, okay, a type of art to ana goisile koa jai, it was back then in the 16th century when Mughals introduced this art to this country, and the first state which came under the ambit of this art was Rajasthan. Okay, but slowly and slowly the settings of this particular art is now prevalent in the state of Telangana. So scroll painting boli kole ami ki bujo? It refers to a painting on a scroll in Asian traditions, distinguishing between hand scroll, okay, and hanging scroll, okay, obviously in a vertical format. Okay, so therefore today Telangana is the state which is most unique to this particular painting. Okay, and therefore you can see that Cheriyal scroll painting is one of the modified version of the Nakashi art. Okay, it was janibo lagibo. Okay, so therefore today we have to know about this type of painting, since it is a news. Okay, ei bostu to jana to amar karone bahut important hoy. Okay, aru he karone these things, the themes are there, the themes are painted in a narrative format. Indian mythology depict kori ase, shortest stories, puranas, epics, okay, ballads and folklores, e gute khini ase. Aru characteristics of mostly primary colors use kora jay, main narrative involves common rural life, ebla dekhwa jay. Okay, তাৰপিছত ইয়াতে দেখাব পাৰা accompanied by music and dance vertical format use কৰে. Also this has received a geographical indication by the year of 2007. সেইটো important হয়. So এইটো কাৰণে যেহেতু নিউজত আছিলে, so you should basically know about what is Cheriyal scroll paintings, which state is basically famous, how it came to India, and what are its some of its characteristics. যিখিনি মই এতিয়া already লিখি দিছো. Okay, acha in this particular thing jeta painting or kotha koi asu or art or kotha koi asu, like tell me in the comment section about some of the important and famous painters in Assam. Okay, jeta likhibo para 4 5 ta 6 ta 7 ta. Okay, aru tar uporot recently, if I am not wrong, around 2022 one of the famous painters of Assam died. Okay, he was basically from Tiok in Jorhat. তেখেতৰ নামটো কি মোক কৈ দিয়া in the comment section. Okay, চলো. Next, Botanical Survey of India gets patent for bamboo based reusable straw. So আজি এই bamboo based reusable straw তোক আমি কি নাম দিছো? It is collected from the species Caesastechium endemesium. So it is basically found in the region of Andaman Nicobar আৰু হেতু কাৰণে এই নামটো ইয়াত দিয়া গৈছে. Okay, আৰু এটুক discover কৰা গৈছিলে about 3 decades ago, and now its economic potential has received the boost with the patent for reusable straw in its manufacturing. So এই যিডাল গছ এডাল ক'ত পোৱা যায়? In some of the forested areas of the Andaman, and it basically grows, বহুত importantly ক'ব লাগে, that it basically goes on wet tropical biomes. And therefore this species of bamboo is characterized by a thin, large, hollow, erect skull. Okay, যেনেকুৱা এনেকুৱা টাইপ দেখিছা এইটো হয়. Okay, আৰু ইয়াৰ পৰা এনেকৈ straw এটা বনায়. So it's very thin, but it's large and hollow, and also the stem is very much of intensive in this particular straw making bamboo. So therefore it has small white flowers that are arranged in clusters, and the seeds are small and black, and the seedlings have thin light green leaves. আৰু আজি এইটো কোনে patent লৈছে? Government of India for a reusable straw in its manufacturing. It is by the Botanical Survey of India. So Botanical Survey of India কথা যদি মই ক'বলৈ যাওঁ, it is the apex taxonomic research organization of India, and it basically works under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. ঠিক আছে, এইটো established কেতিয়া হৈছিলে? It was established back then in 1890 under the direction of Sir George King. Sir George King. And what was the mandate of this organization? The basic mandate of this organization has been broadened to biosystematics, research, floristic studies, documentation, databasing, and also various digitization of herbarium specimens. So jimankhini aji ami specimens pai asu, jimankhini floral research pai asu, basically related to botany. I am not telling, I am not here referring about the fauna. I am referring here about the flora, which consists of trees, which consists of flowers, which consists of various number of herbs. A gute bostu khinir main kune sai ase? Botanical Survey of India. Okay, and therefore we know that it is basically headquartered in a region of Kolkata, which is basically in West Bengal. Jani loba bahut important hoy. Okay, so etu Caesastechium endemesium etu bahut important hoy, aru since etu news ot ase, so you have to know about this thing and also about the Botanical Survey of India. Okay, uta dia ase eta sai loba. Intellectual property rights, IPR ki hoy? Okay, you cannot directly copyright anything just because IPR is there. Okay, so copyright refers to right to not copy, aru hetu karone aji ami ei IPR loi pelai aji ami bahut kini like we are very much allotted with this particular thing which is known to be the IPR, and therefore once you are done with this IPR, then you are probably cannot be bypassed by anyone, aru ei bostu to kali porhi kono claim koribo nwaribo. So therefore just like the GI tag which we know all know, so IPR is also very important in the context of recognizing an item basically found in a respective region. Okay, so hetu ahi gol ইয়াতে geographical indication of কথাও লিখা আছে, since it is very much correlated. Okay, chalo. Next, Indian Cellular and Electronics Association report on e-waste management. So when we say about e-waste management, যেতিয়া মই e-waste management বুলি কওঁ তেতিয়া মই basically কি বুজো see e-waste often referred as electronic waste it refers to obsolete end of life or discarded electronic devices encompassing their components consumables parts and also spares যদি আজি মই চাওঁ e-wasteৰ এটা particular approximate data approximately 90% of the e-waste collection that has been done in our country, only hardly 70% of recycling activities can be managed. Other is not at all managed. And today we all know that smartphones contribute to the highest number of the global e-waste. And the study even estimates that the smartphone production alone is responsible for 80 to 90% of the carbon emissions from these devices. So, today, if we have to see about the evolution of e-waste in India, since the globalization has taken place, e-waste has also accompanied the respective reforms. And slowly, we have to even introduce some of the set of legislation right around in 2011, ultimately bringing into practice by 2016 and expanding it by 2018. And even if I have to say about 2022, there has been various good number of notifications that has been done under the ambit of the e-waste management and it's proper managed to make it a pivotal evolution in the regulation of electronic waste. So today, though, we have to think about managing the e-waste in our country. Okay, tar karone aji Indian Cellular and Electronics Association eta report dise and through this report it has been said that India is the third largest e-waste generator in the world after China and USA. So therefore, the level of e-waste is definitely expected to grow because today we are making the electronic items much cheaper and also the increased uses that can be seen under the ambit of electronic waste. Okay, so therefore, these things is very crucial today. আজি এটা টাইমত আমি দেখিছিলোঁ যে হাউ সলিড ৱেষ্ট মেনেজমেণ্ট ৱাজ আ হিউজ টাস্ক আজিও সলিড ৱেষ্ট মেনেজমেণ্ট এটা ডাঙৰ চেলেঞ্জ হয় ইণ্ডিয়াৰ কাৰণে বাট এইটো এটা গ্ৰ'য়িং চেলেঞ্জ উইচ উই কেন চি ইন দ্য কণ্টেক্সট অফ ই ৱেষ্ট অ'কে চ' তাৰে ওপৰত এটা ৰিপৰ্ট পাব্লিছ কৰিলে অ'কে চ' সেই ৰিপৰ্টটোকে ইয়াতে দিয়া গৈছে that 90% of e-waste collection and 70% of recycling being managed by competitive informal sector. তো তাৰ কাৰণে আজি এই যিমানখিনি ইলেক্ট্ৰনিক ৱেষ্ট প্ৰডিউচ হৈ আছে সেইখিনি প্ৰপাৰলি ৰিচাইকেলড হোৱা নাই আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে পলিউশ্যন এক্টিভিটিজ বাঢ়ি গৈ আছে that is one of the major criteria associated with e-waste. Okay, তাৰপিছত other suggestion from the auditable database, geographical clusters, high yield recycling centers, repair and product longevity. So এই গোটেইখিনি in association with this particular report তেখেতসকলে কৈছে. Okay, আৰু আমাৰ e-waste scenario in India কিমান আছে you can also see. Okay, বহুতখিনি e-waste scenario আমাৰ আছে আমাৰ যিহেতু আমি থাৰ্ড লাৰ্জেষ্ট হয় তো আমি বহুত বেছি e-waste আজি প্ৰডিউচ কৰি আছোঁ তো তাৰ কাৰণে ৰেগুলেশ্যনছ আনাৰ কাৰণে এই ৰিপৰ্টখন আনিছে. So you should also remember all these activities and you should attempt these two questions that can be seen given at a mains practice or at a previous year's question that already ahi goise exam. Okay. Next, OSOWOG initiative. So etu ki hoy jay? So you can see it says about the one sun, one world and one greed. Aru etu ketia loisile COP26 jitu ami ko Glasgow summit tate lowa goisile. ঠিক আছে and what is basically the mandate etu kihor kan newsor ase because you can see that in the run-up 18 G20 summit, a day-long conference on transnational grid interconnections, so eto discussion hoisile to ekane OSOWOG aku ahigol news aru etur tinta phase ase. First phase ot ki koribo interconnectivity koribo with the Asian continent, second phase ot Africa add koribo aru third phase ot etu globalize koribo. Okay, so therefore today we have to know about that how it will help the participating entities in making the use of the sun, which is basically one for the earth. Okay, so etu move kihor karone loise? It is the move that has been taken to make renewable based energy systems in the coming times, both regionally as well as internationally across borders. Okay, our tar logot etu ami janu je why we are taking the lead. It is only because we are the founding member of the International Solar Alliance. Okay, which is basically an independent supranational institution to take decisions how the grid should be run, and how the conflicts which has been arised between parties could be settled down. So etu karone etu news asile one sun one world one guild. Okay, so very importantly this is one of the thing muk kobo lage je when was the COP26 organized, ketia hoisile. Okay, ketia schedule hoisile COP26. Okay, aru COP26 to kuntu jagat hoisile etu muk koi diba. Okay, chalo. Also if you wants to mention where will be the next COP summit will be organized, kuntu jagat hobo, just tell me also that. Question dia ase sai loba. Kali press case study eta disilu moi, he case study to etu yate sai lole hol. Okay, Nechipu tunnel in Arunachal. Okay, it was a 500-meter long Nechipu tunnel situated on the Balipara Charduar Tawang road in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, bahut dhuniya ta tunnel hoy which will connect up to the border areas, important hoy sai loba. Okay, then also aru ta muk bostu koi dia je ei Nechipu tunnel to kiman 1000 meter above sea level ase. Okay, it is built a tunnel 5000 6000 7000 kiman above sea level ei Nechipu tunnel to bonwa goise. Okay, bhalke sai loba, very important connectivity jetia amar kotha hoy BRO banaise etu border organization. Tapsot Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar award. So the CSIR has publicized the list of awardees for the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar award for 2020, considered among the prestigious prizes for science in India. Okay, aru etu kar namot die SS Bhatnagar, who was the CSIR's first Director General from 1942 to 1954. So yate sobote biological sciences, chemical sciences, earth and atmosphere sciences, engineering sciences, mathematical sciences, physical sciences, medical sciences, sobote yat dia goise. So this list is very very important. Okay, yar pora questions ahibo. Okay, even I will ask some of the questions from this particular table in your CNA exams. Okay, so eblak bahut important sai loba eblak bostu. Okay, in this context muk kobo lage je if I say about this Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar award. Okay, so a award to a je kezone yate award paise. Okay, I can say it is around 12 winners. Okay, a 12 winners kezone ki pabo when I am referring to the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar award. Okay, so you have to tell this in the comment section. Okay, so etu sai loba bhalke. Okay, so Bhatnagar award tekhetokole ki pai, ki appreciation pai, kiba toka pai ne kiba beleg appreciation pai, ki pai hetu muk janabo lage in the comment section. Okay, so list kon sai loba bahut important hoy. Okay, chalo, this is all for today. This is our academic team, this is our CNA presentation team, and thank you all for today.